CTACU Report. Mrs. Vicki Rodriguez is here. Would you please come to the podium? Good evening, Vicki.
Good evening. I was going to give you a Happy New Year present and tell you I had no report, but then I changed my mind. Happy New Year, Dr. Mills, board members. About a year ago, I stood before you and talked about the concerns the St. Lucie Classroom Teachers Association had about recruitment and retention of teachers in our district. At that time, there were about 50 open positions that had been open since the start of the school year. In addition, a significant percentage of the teachers recruited that year had already resigned or left involuntarily. We asked the district to develop a plan for not just recruiting teachers but retaining them. We asked the district to conduct exit interviews with those who were leaving to find out why people who moved to the state to take a position in St. Lucie County were leaving, and why those with a long history in St. Lucie County were willing to leave our county and give up their continuing or professional service contract status. We asked the district to look at the way in which it provided support to teachers new to the district or profession. Every board member and even district leaders agreed that something had to be done. We asked to be a part of whatever plan the district developed from the ground up. I said to you then that we wouldn't have a recruitment problem if we solved our retention problem. So let's flash forward to today. I'm sure you've seen your board agenda. There are about 80 or more open positions in the district, with about 40 of those still unfilled since the beginning of the year. The district has not invited the union to participate in a real conversation about recruitment and retention. I've personally tried to arrange for exit interviews for teachers leaving our district who just want to tell someone what their experience was as they quit our district after they've moved their entire family here to go work in another district an hour away. Unfortunately, even after multiple attempts to arrange that, no exit interviews have been conducted. There's still no difference in the way the district provides support to new teachers. And in fact, when we met as a union with a group of young under 35 teachers back in October, the majority of them told us they didn't have a mentor, or they never had a mentor, and that having to attend the induction meetings was simply another thing on their already overflowing plate. As of today, we have not been invited to any task force or meeting to discuss recruitment and retention in St. Lucie. It's past time when the district leadership and board can poo-poo away what we in the CTA know about why teachers and other critical employees are leaving. We've said it repeatedly. Now, new and veteran teachers are leaving this district for 3 reasons. They feel underappreciated, they're underpaid, and they're unhappy with insurance benefits. Like it or not, that's what they're telling us. So let's look at those 3 things. 2 are really easy to fix. The other is a systemic fix that would require a lot more conversation, which we would really like to have with you, and probably some sort of change that may move some of us out of our comfort zones. So let's start with compensation and benefits. They're the reason people will put up with a less than ideal working environment. If you pay them enough or make an effort to put their pay and benefits as a top priority above all other pet projects, consultants' fees, additional positions, whatever it is, they will continue to work or at least finish out the year. This is the first time since I've been doing this job that I've seen as many people leave mid-year as are doing that right now. But if both compensation and benefits are better somewhere else, and they have their time infringed upon at every turn, and are not teaching but testing and talking about the results of testing day in and day out, and they don't feel like empowered professionals in their own working environment, and they never hear a kind word from their principal or anyone else, then you have a formula for a constant revolving door of unhappy workers. Folks, we have a constant revolving door of unhappy workers. I know you don't want to hear this. I know it pains us. It pains me. Because every year we start out with good intentions. We say we're going to support people, we're going to keep people, and it doesn't happen. But just like hope is not a strategy, neither are good intentions. I have a vested interest in this district. You all know that. I don't live in another county and commute here and send my son to a school somewhere else. I want this district and our teachers and other employees to be solid and consistent and quality, because this is my home. This is where I'm raising my son. This is where he's gone to school since kindergarten, pre-K, even before. Good public schools and the perception of good public schools is economically important to the overall growth and well-being of my home and my son's future, and his future is my priority. The constant revolving door is a financial drain on this district and a waste of taxpayers' dollars. Those are my dollars, too. It's irresponsible for all of us to give lip service to recruitment and retention and yet not make one single change from a year ago to keep people we have recruited. It's exhausting for us in our office to get calls from good teachers, from people I've known for years, who say they've had enough. Brand new people who say the same thing over and over and over again. And whether we think we're supporting them, they don't feel supported. They feel overwhelmed. And another classroom is left without a teacher. And who loses if we don't solve this problem? My son, his friends, all of our kids. The CTA can only stretch out our hand. We can't do it alone. It's up to the district leadership to take that hand. We know why people are leaving. We don't need a consultant to tell us. We can tell you because they tell us. In education, a job well done translates into students who are well prepared for state tests, college, and life. I believe that is our goal for all of our students, is it not? So, remember my 3 things from earlier? Here are the takeaways from tonight. First of all, employees have to feel supported and appreciated professionally. Job satisfaction is key to that. All the research talks about it. Morale makes all the difference between a job well done and a job done just enough. Teachers and educational support personnel must be paid competitively. I can't mince words or downplay this one. What that means, more means their paycheck goes up. It means they don't have to work a second job and can focus on planning for their students rather than how they're going to pay their rent and their health insurance deductible. And finally, competitive insurance prices for employees and options for families means the district has to look at benefits as part of the entire compensation package. Employees want good benefits. The district needs to provide them. Every cut to benefits is a cut in pay. That's it. We'd love to have deeper conversation about how to address employee satisfaction in this district. We have these conversations, but not in the sense of, okay, and now we know, and this is what we're going to do about it. We want to have that conversation. We need to have that conversation in this district. It may hurt. It may be uncomfortable, but we've got to have it. But today, there's good news in this. Today, the good news is that both our FTE numbers and the rosy picture, the economic picture that the state's chief economist has painted last week, presents you and district leadership with a golden opportunity tonight to transform words and intentions into meaningful action and demonstrate to our employees that you want them to stay in St. Lucie, because they are not disposable assets. We invest way too much in them. They are your investment. I hope that in whatever deliberations you have over the next few hours and days, you'll be mindful of the power of action over intention. Please get them to stay. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Rodriguez. Is there anyone here from CWA to... Okay, no report. Okay, thank you, Ms. Vickers. At this time, we move to our consent agenda. Board members, we have the agenda before us. Can I get a motion to accept the agenda?
So moved.
So moved by Mr. Ingersoll.